We can't do reparations because it is too expensive, a fiscal impossibility. Secondly, we can't do reparations because it is too difficult, too hard, administrative impossibility. And lastly, the most galling, the most disturbing is the notion we can't do reparations for Black Americans because the harm happened too long ago, what I call a temporal impossibility. And so our paper literally takes on this argument by looking at the vast array of programs that look like reparations and ways of helping people who have been harmed.
When we were uncovering program after program after program, some of the students found it quite painful. And they expressed the feeling that everyone else, except Black Americans, had their harms recognized and to some extent compensated.
When you see Christmas tree farmers being compensated for lost crops, when we see fishermen being compensated for economic losses, but when we see communities who've literally seen Black bodies swinging from trees, those harms not even being acknowledged.
I think one of the programs that was most interesting is the series of reparations programs that we have for Americans and also for Marshall Islanders who were harmed by the U.S. program to develop the nuclear bomb. But there are about 135,000 people and or their descendants, if they're gone, who have received some compensation due to this exposure and the illnesses caused.
This research is tremendously consequential because we as a country just celebrated D-Day. And we had more than 1 million Black vets during World War II who were discriminatorily denied the benefits of the GI Bill in terms of employment benefits, housing benefits, educational benefits.
You know, I wouldn't be sitting here today if my father, who was a World War II veteran, had not been able to take advantage of the GI Bill, which meant he got to come home, go to college, buy a home. He became part of the middle class, along with millions. And this was something that was denied to the vast majority of Black Americans. Well, the polls show that one of the main reasons that people don't support reparations is that they think it is too administratively difficult. They just doubted that the government could administratively handle it.
We've demonstrated the government is actually good at this, right? It's not a matter of it being impossible. We're actually practice, experience, and have some expertise. And then fiscally speaking, if we're honest with ourselves, you demonstrated quite well in the audit of these federal programs that we spend millions, billions of dollars on a regular routine basis in terms of providing compensation to people who have been harmed through no fault of their own.
The thing that surprised me the most was the creativity that the government has in terms of how we pay for this wide range of reparatory compensation programs. I mean, who knew that all of these programs, coal miners, Black lung is paid for by excise taxes on coal, the range of pretty interesting financial mechanisms to pay for some of these programs is very interesting.
The impact of this research is it demonstrates that what we've assumed to be controversial and unusual is in fact quite conventional, regular and routine, and that which we are well able to do because we're doing it every day.